All right, guys, real quick. Yesterday, I said Agent Kit or Agent Builder might be OpenAI's App Store moment. I messaged you, Peter. You said it wasn't a big deal. It's not ready yet. So today I brought on Peter, the technical co-founder of Local Rank, Trackings.ai, to break down exactly what it means for devs, agency, et cetera, et cetera. You know, those annoying AI automation agencies. So I thought we'd just shoot the shit together. What are your initial thoughts?
It's more of a workflow builder rather than a agent builder. Um, I don't know if you guys tried Claude Code yet, but Claude Code is more of a real life agent. Most people think of it as like a coding agent, but I think it's actually better in other use cases like marketing. Because I'll give one really actionable thing that you can do for marketing today to make you more money. So basically with Claude Code, you can give it all your data, and with that data, you can come up with more experiments to run with the least amount of effort. So basically, you can just plug in your Claude Code and then just give it all your email data, all your Facebook ads data, and what it can do is it can analyze what is currently working and what you should create more of. And then beyond that, it can come up with all of the email copy, all of the marketing ideas. So that's something that I would just highly suggest people play around with, which is just Claude Code, and yeah, just experimenting faster with that.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you were? Okay, for the audience that don't know, Peter was sending me some nasty looking ads he wanted to test yesterday. Was that like suggested by Cloud Code? I think the
So that
concept is
one,
okay. I think the actual ads were looking nasty. I think the concept's good though. Like testing a
I mean,
bunch of variations.
so that one we can probably do a different video on the full context. But basically, what I do is I will take interviews from really high level guys, and then I put them in the software called TurboScribe. And with TurboScribe, you can get the entire transcript of the interview, and then I just get insights from the interview. And one of the insights that he gave is that you can create these campaigns on Facebook that have tons of really simple image ads, and within each image ad you can have different messaging that you will be testing in that campaign. And what I do is I found that Sonnet is the best for writing copy. So right now in Claude, on the Claude site, the top model right now is Sonnet 4.5. So I just use that to create all of the a copy. So yeah.
I mean, the copy's pretty good. Yeah, the copy's pretty good. Okay, cool. I thought it'd be fun to pitch some ideas that I wrote down using Agent Builder. You pick a couple winners, and then we'd riff on how you'd build that from scratch today, whether it's using Agent Builder or Cloud Code, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So I think I have 10 ideas I wrote down yesterday. I'm gonna just shoot them quick style. Yeah. So number one, I mean, this is because it's already listed on the website, but it was the customer support automation SaaS. You've already seen it. Chatbase does it. I think we have it installed on Trackings already, like Charla. But using Agent Builder, I'm pretty sure you can one shot it now because there's templates. So
Yeah.
thoughts?
What
Smash or
I
pass?
mean,
Smash. Okay. We'll come back to this later on execution. AI sales dev. So I think it's automatically qualifies leads, sends follow-ups, logs in CRM. Okay.
all right. Yeah. So one idea I had is that there's so many customer support agents already, and I think one angle that you can take that uses the same tech but actually has a higher ROI for the business is if you build a churn stopper agent. So basically, typically with most agencies and most SaaS, they lose a ton of customers just because people will churn, and it costs more to acquire that company, to acquire that customer, than to actually retain them. So basically, this agent would just help you retain the customer and retain the client, and that would include sending weekly blasts of what you actually did, how your work is actually impacting their business. And I think that would have a pretty high ROI, because basically the way that you can sell it is you would just sell it as we would only charge you based off of all the people that we retain from our software. And I think that's like the general direction of where software is going, where like you only charge based on how you actually impact the business. And probably like a bigger impact of like how easy it is to build with software now is just like you can offer more to your service and more to your product, and just allow you to charge more and to beat out the competition. So like one example of that is like in local rank, like how we have like so many features and so many like it's like basically stacked offers. And that's only possible now with AI just because it's like so much easier to build. So that would even apply to like agencies and to other products, which is like you want to like offer the entire workflow and not just like this one part of the business. So like if you're able to offer the entire workflow of like being able to onboard the client, being able to retain the client, being able to stop the churn, like if you're able to have like entire service for the customer, that can like increase the LTV and just overall like improve the business. So yeah.
So you're thinking like bundling of features would work really well.
Yeah. Just because it's like so much easier to build now. Because like one of the things that they added in the most recent dev day yesterday is that now you can add Codex into Slack. So with Codex, it's like the most powerful coding agent because it can build for hours and hours, right? So what you can do, even if you're non-technical, is that you can build internal tooling to better support your clients. So let's say I have an agency, I can build internal tooling to either like fulfill the service faster, cheaper, whatever, and you can decrease the cost of like what you need to pay to other software vendors just because you can build it internally. And I think within the next 6 months, like you can probably just like bring all of the tech in-house and just being able to support your clients way better just because like the software that you're able to build is like super custom tailored to your current clients. So yeah.
Interesting. That's kind of like our thesis for Garen.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. What do you think of AI SDR, like sales dev? Also, you have like a bit of an echo, by the way. I think you forgot to switch on echo cancellation, but it's all right.
So I think it's like really good because there's like multiple parts in the funnel where like a lot of businesses will lose money just because they're not able to follow up as fast as possible just because they haven't hired the right people. So like one example is like if you run Facebook leads ads, if they give like their email or phone number, like one of the biggest boosts is like if you call them within 5 minutes. And obviously because like a lot of the voice agents have gone way better now where it's like pretty human, I think within the next 6 months, like if you're able to build like really specific workflow things that can improve the lifts in those certain areas, then that's like a pretty good business.
Okay. But in terms of, you know how in Instantly there's like an option to have enable like the AI agent where you just hook it up to OpenAI, you kind of send out cold emails, and then afterwards they just do all the follow-ups. Do you think these calls will just end up at that state in the future, like the cold calls? Like it'll do the follow-ups as well. It'll go from SDR appointment setting to also closing.
Yeah, so I think within the next 6 months, like definitely for setters, that can be all like automated with the agents. But in terms of like the actual sales calls, I think the tech isn't there yet where like the agents have the emotional nuance to like navigate the conversation. Definitely for setting where it's just like sending emails and being able to follow up really fast. I think like all that will be possible with the agents. Yeah.
Okay. What about one of the options on like the templates was an automated data enricher. Thoughts? Smash or pass?
Yeah. I think that's a really good idea. Because one really good email DM that I got recently was like they were like, oh, we can help you improve your business this way. And basically the follow-up is that they just sent over like a list of ideas how their service could help local rank. And I think if you're able to like provide as much value upfront to the client, then that just increases the like sales close rate. So probably within the next month, 6 months, like if you're able to provide so much value that they can do the service without actually paying for your service, then like the people that don't have the time are more willing to buy your thing just because you've shown that you can like provide that service. So yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Last idea. AI content repurposer. So hear me out. Let's say you have a ton of YouTube videos like me. I do daily videos. All right. And then I just go plug in after the YouTube video is turned live, it automatically via this agent or this agent builder, it turns them into like Twitter threads, LinkedIn posts, newsletters, and it just like automatically goes out every single time. It's like NAN, but like it's just done naturally in OpenAI instead.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty good idea. Probably like the way that I would improve the offer is just have it be like the entire workflow. So like most people when they have like content issues, it's not only with repurposing, it's typically with like how do I come up with ideas, how do I even create the ideas, how do I edit the ideas, how do I repurpose ideas, how do I send out the ideas. So like I think if you're able to offer like a product or service where it just does the entire thing, I think that would be like a much easier thing to sell. Plus it has a bigger moat just because like if someone adds your product to their business, then it's much harder for them to like replace you with another person or another software. So like that's probably what I would do if I had to start another product, which is just like think about like what workflows people already do in their day-to-day, and then like how do I just like replace that entire workflow for them, because like most people, they'll have multiple workflows. So it's not just like my only job is to repurpose YouTube videos. It's like, oh, my entire job is to come up with ideas, do this, that. So there's like 10 things that you can try to do in one product or service. So yeah, that's probably what I would do.
Yeah. So of the, I think 4 or 5 ideas, let me list them out that I talked about. 1, customer support, but then you said like a bundled offer. 2, AI sales. 3, content repurposer, and then 4, what was it, like data enricher for like potential clients or leads. Of those 4, which one do you think is like the best idea with PMF, and how would you execute on that like today? 1 second, you're muted.
I would probably pick the SDR one just because like typically in sales calls and like with selling stuff, it's like a lot easier if the thing that you're trying to sell is like you click one button and you make more money. So like whatever offer is closest to that, I think is like the easiest thing to sell. So probably the SDR one is that thing, just because like for a lot of businesses, they're already running funnels and they're already running these things where if you just plugged in your product or service where it can follow up like faster with better like personalization, it has a clear ROI that because I did this, I made you this much money, and you can just charge however much more you made them. And then like the other note is that especially with like voice agent, it's like a bit harder to get correct. So like that has a bigger moat. And the third aspect is like everyone has a phone number. So like if you're able to get that tech right, you can like expand it to like a lot more than just like SDR, which is like maybe in the future you add like cold calling. So yeah, I would probably pick that one.
Okay. How would you execute on this? How would you build this? Like, let's say we decide to, let's do it. Like, what would you do to build it?
All right. So the last question I heard is like, how would I execute it? Basically, I would just build it with Codex. So, I would build it myself since I know how to code. But like, if I didn't know how to code, I would just hire someone, get them to code it in Codex within a week, and then probably run Facebook ads to either sell it on a sales call, or I would just try to post organic demos and try to get a sales call that way. And like, this is the easiest thing to sell just because it's like you're losing money. We can plug this in and we make you more money. do you want to try it? If you don't make money, we would refund you, or we'd only charge you on however much more money you make. So like that's the like entire sales pitch. And if your product actually works and it does make them more money, like this, like if you want to scale to like 10, 20, 100, like 100K, like this is like the path. Just like make sure the product works, and then it's like the easiest sell. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What is Codex, and like what exactly is that? I know you always talk about it. I have no idea what it is though.
All right, so Codex is the coding agent that that OpenAI has. So the two best models right now are Codex, and then the other one is Claude Code. And sometimes, like for front end stuff, you want to just use Sonnet, just because like the UI is like a little more tasteful. But like especially for like front end, for like back end tasks, and it like if you want a long running agent that can code for hours and hours, then you want to use Codex. But the thing is, like these models, like maybe 1 week now it's like Codex is the best. Like next week it might like flip, just because I think Gemini is coming out like this week as well. So instead of like just like trying to find the best one, like I would just say just experiment with all of them, and like as you like work really closely with the tech, you'll kind of know like which one is the best. So yeah, it's like always changing. So I would play between Codex, Claude Code, and Gemini. So those three.
Cool. So just vibe code the whole thing. Gotcha. All right, guys. That's it for today. I think quick plug is, would you guys buy an AI SDR if we built one? Is my question for you guys. And how soon would it be? And I think Peter and I were talking between two ideas for our next SaaS. One of them being another AI writer on the market. There's so many of them, right? So it's just like automated creation, research, and then posting of AI content on your blog, whether it be WordPress, Shopify, or we just build it via some no-code products, or an AI SDR where there's like a voice agent. All right. Let us know down in the comment section. Let me know if you want to see Peter more in the future. And let me know if you want Peter to fix up his microphone, because the echo cancellation is not it today. And all right, guys, that's it. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys later.